Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time. And I know we're 8 minutes late, and I deeply apologize. In fact, what I'm going to do, this is actually a rescheduled webinar because we had a redo the first time. So, what I'm going to do for everyone on the call, for all Levinson active agents, I'm sending you a prospecting book on us, complimentary, just as a apology token of my appreciation. Call it whatever you want, but I deeply apologize for this mishap. Sometimes with technology, as you know, things come up last minute, and we had an issue with the platform and GoToWebinar technology. So let's jump right in because I want to make sure that we spend every minute today and you can walk away with golden nuggets you can use this afternoon to make more sales, help your business, and ultimately help you have the best year ever. So as you know, we do have over 90 carriers when it comes to life, annuities, supplemental products. And what I'm going to say, and it's not just because we're hosting Lincoln Financial today, but I do want to mention there's a reason why they're in our top 10 for core carriers. And they have, when it comes to the entire life insurance portfolio and annuities, in fact, but they have probably one of the most robust platforms and product portfolios that I've seen when it comes to underwriting niches on the term side, on the permanent side, foreign nationals, instant decision IUL up to 2.5 million. That's priced competitively. There's other competing products and carriers out there that say, oh, we're instant decision. One even has a direct to consumer component to it, but there's so much fat built into the product that it's not even competitive anymore. And the client winds up going back to the agent a year later saying, hey, I found out this or this, and we need to replace it or whatever the case is. So you want to always do the right thing. And I feel like Lincoln has that one-stop shop strategy. And that's why I wanted to feature them on today's training. And yes, this is the second go around, but I know it'll be worthwhile today. So let's jump right in. I have about 5 minutes here of slides, and then I'm going to introduce our VP from Lincoln. And we also have a case design specialist, a senior specialist on the phone as well. So two people that I know you will learn a lot from today. If we can just mute those lines in the background, that would be great. And I'm going to jump right in here. Okay, we're also going to do our question of the day. So like I said earlier, everyone's a winner today because, yes, you're getting a complimentary prospecting book, an IUL prospecting book on us, as long as you're active. But what I'm also doing is, if you pay attention, you're on until the end, I'm going to ask a question of the day. Whoever answers first and correctly wins the Apple iWatch. So make sure you're on until the end. We're going to wrap up right before 3 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so let's keep moving. I know we started a little late, so I want to make sure we maximize our minutes. If we can go to the first slide here, it's about the timeline. And yes, this is very important. And the reason why, because in today's day and age, and I know you're hearing a lot about this, but IMOs, BGAs, call them whatever you want. It's kind of turning into almost like a corporate America feel. There's a lot of acquisitions going on. There's a lot of IMOs, unfortunately, that aren't around anymore, especially since COVID. So I think it's important to point out, here we are since 1972, family owned and operated. As you know, Kerry, my father, started the company. And if you fast forward to 2025, we had a record year in 24. And of course, this is post-COVID, over 24,000 agents in the U.S., the top 10 IMO as far as the Insurance Newsnet reporting, fastest growing and top 10 IMO, which we love to see and we don't take lightly. And we know at the end of the day, it's because of you, our agents. You're our customer. You're our number one, especially since we don't have any retail selling going on at Levinson and Associates. We're 100% wholesalers, and that's important for you to know. And that's what leads me to my next slide, where we talk about what's closest to our heart is our customer and doing the right thing, which is each and every agent that's on this call and each and every agent that is active with Levinson. So real fast, what I wanted to mention, this is on our Facebook page, also on our Google reviews page. Today, customer reviews is everything. And you can say whatever you want about your company, yourself, whatever. If the reviews don't back it up, right, and you have 1-star and 2-star averages, there's a problem, okay? So you got to jump in and fix it. But anyway, when it comes to our agents, okay, we have 99% 5-star reviews on both sites and platforms. That's a big deal. Like I said, we don't take it lightly. And if we do mess up, because we're not perfect, we're here to help you and try to make it right. That's my promise to you all. Okay, Carrie and myself, our office is 10 feet away from each other. So send us an email, pick up the phone or call us, say, hey, I don't like the way this case turned out, or someone dropped the ball. We'll jump in and make it right. Okay, and I think that's why we keep that 5-star average. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is move to our expo slide here, which is just around the corner. And the reason why I want to bring this up now, why it's so important, is because all life and annuity premium counts, including Lincoln Financial, okay, on the life and or annuity side. So bottom right corner is our April 11th Expo, which we do once a year, 300 agents, and first of all, it's complimentary for everyone, but starting at $30,000, you get a 2-bedroom beachfront suite on us. Starting at $60,000, you get round trip airfare, same 2-bedroom suite. It's right on the sand too, so it's a big deal, especially if you're coming from the north. $70,000 is 2 free nights at the beachfront suite and round trip airfare as well. So complete vacation or staycation. The problem is you only have another couple weeks to get that premium in, and all life and annuity apps can be used. Anything placed with us. And then if you're new with us, you haven't even written an app, again, complimentary. We have breakfast, we have a networking lunch, we have all of our top carriers, 2 keynote speakers. It's going to be a day full of sales strategies, period. You don't want to miss. Let's keep moving forward. These are a few incentives we have going on right now. This is my last slide, and then I'm going to turn it over to our Lincoln Financial team. My last slide here talks about cash in your pocket. So Manhattan Life is on the left. You got an extra $75 to $100 depending on the product. On the right-hand side, this is awesome. So with our annuity department, our in-house annuity department, this gives you an opportunity to get $1,000 worth of annuity leads or $1,250 cash with annuity production. So we'll include all of this in our thank you email tonight, which will be in your inbox. Let's move to our feature presentation. We finally got everything up and running, and we have John, our RVP, and Julia, our senior case design consultant from Lincoln Financial. They are going to take over. John and Julia?
Awesome. Thanks so much, Bill. John, do you want to kick things off before we turn things over to my presentation? Oh, you're still muted.
Yep, there we go.
Thank you, Bill. And to kick it off, I'm the reason the meeting started late. I was having technology issues getting connected audio. So I am the Lincoln Life wholesaler for Levinson Associates. They've been great partners with Lincoln over the years, and we thank them for all the business they've done with us and all the business they will do with us. Our keynote speaker today is Julia Morrow. Julia is a senior consultant on our competitive market solutions team, and she's going to go through a little bit of underwriting, which I'll expand on. She's going to talk about some of our key IUL products, and then I think lastly she's going to introduce one of our IUL products that we're bringing out next month. So Julia, thank you very much for joining the Levinson presentation, and the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me. And just to make sure you all can see the PowerPoint only on my screen, right? Okay, wonderful. Great. Well, thanks so much for that introduction, John. So I am going to start off with sharing a little bit about Lincoln overall and why choose Lincoln. But then I'll get into more product details with our protection IUL suite, but then moving into a little teaser for our new Wealth Builder IUL that will be coming a little later. So why Lincoln? Well, in this presentation, I'll discuss how Lincoln's expertise and experience can help you best meet your clients' insurance needs. So if we're looking at Lincoln, we're a financially strong company with over 119 years experience of providing your clients with financial security. The general account has over 115 billion in assets, and our investment objective is to deliver sufficient and consistent investment income to honor policyholder guarantees. And we're focused on maintaining a high quality and diversified portfolio with strong ratings from the top rating agencies. Lincoln also offers the right strategies from the right company at the right time. We offer a diverse portfolio of life insurance solutions to meet a variety of client needs. Our solutions are aligned with what today's customers value most, and that includes performance-based solutions that provide the most upside opportunity for death benefit and cash value growth. In fact, in a recent survey, more than 60% of consumers preferred greater growth potential over products with long-term death benefit guarantees that offer less cash value growth potential. In addition, according to LIMRA, through the end of 2023, there has been significant sales growth of performance-based products. If we're looking at IUL specifically, just under 80% of IUL products sold were those designed for accumulation with shorter guaranteed durations. Lincoln's also ready and positioned to meet customers' needs now and in the future, and we've offered both lifetime guaranteed protection products as well as those performance-based shorter guarantee solutions for over 20 years. And there are 3 common sales strategies, and Lincoln's prepared to provide support here. So that's going to include providing protection and wealth transfer solutions, as well as the solutions that supplement retirement and tax planning, and of course, the resources and experience to support you with your business planning cases. Beyond product solutions, though, other things for why you should consider Lincoln for life insurance needs include protection and wealth transfer opportunities. We've experienced and we're ready to handle large cases with $60 million on auto bind limit and $65 million jumbo. You also have direct access to our underwriters, and you can call your underwriter anytime with questions or to talk through a case. In addition, there are resources available to you to support your TOLI business. And for retirement and tax planning, Lincoln offers optionality and valuable resources for both IUL and VUL performance-based solutions. We offer unique options, but looking at IUL, the client can choose to allocate to a variety of S&P 500 index accounts or Fidelity index accounts, or a combination of both. And we offer access to unique high early cash value and LTC riders. And last but not least, you have access to an experienced group of investment professionals, which is our investment desk, to support you in all things fund related. For business planning, we have the experience and ability to support you with your business cases, whether it's simplified or guaranteed issue. Our Lab-Free Pro Plus program, our business value or business valuation, Lincoln has the expertise and tools to simplify the process, as well as direct access to our specialty markets underwriting team. In addition to valuable resources for wealth protection, tax and retirement, and business planning, we also offer additional leading edge underwriting considerations. Lincoln provides competitive offers that include a table reduction program for our IUL solutions, non-tobacco rates for cigar, pipe, and chewing tobacco, and so much more. And I also want to mention our post-issue policy management program. We provide that valuable support after the sale that includes automated in-force illustration, as well as policy change reminders and enhanced annual statements. And I know John will get into a little more about underwriting a little later, but want to provide that high-level overview for now. And there are also several growth opportunities when you partner with Lincoln, and that includes mass affluent market. So that consists of healthy individuals in the age range of 20 to 55 that need between 100,000 to 1.5 million in death benefit. And they prefer a simple life insurance process focused on digital and automation, and they're looking for both protection and tax advantage cash values. And Lincoln can offer the potential for lab-free consideration for ages 18 to 60 and up to 2.5 million in death benefit. Secondly, Lincoln's well positioned in the foreign national space. Their minimum net worth does need to meet $1 million threshold because we are looking for high net worth individuals that have a financial tie to the United States. and Lincoln has over 100 approved countries that we can work with. And the needs include estate planning, business planning, asset diversification, and family protection. And then there's premium finance space. It's another huge opportunity. These clients need to have a net worth over 5 million. And the potential clients include high net worth individuals, corporations, trusts, and partnerships that need substantial life insurance coverage. And premium financing is available for foreign nationals, multi-life policies, and term conversions. So looking back to how Lincoln connects you with life strategies for middle market, high net worth, and ultra high net worth clients, we also provide a process that includes a robust platform of digital capabilities to help you and your clients efficiently manage their new business. And we are expanding digital capabilities offered for in-force policies. And Lincoln's people are also dedicated to supporting you and your sales efforts. You have access to experienced wholesalers, underwriting teams, product specialists, our competitive services, the investment desk, and advanced sales experts. And then lastly, we have the experience, as I mentioned earlier, over 119 years of offering life insurance solutions. We have over 1.7 million in life insurance in force, and our oldest policy currently on the books is from 1930. In addition, Lincoln has strong presence in the industry. We've been offering over our other solutions for decades, with the first variable annuity in 1967 and selling money guard solutions for over 35 years. And just last year, Lincoln paid out over $5 billion in claims, with the largest case being a $28 million death benefit. In fact, a claim was paid recently for a case issued in 1924. So Lincoln's always been here, and we believe we're the right company offering the right strategies at the right time to meet you and your clients' goals. But now let's get into the details about the product. As I mentioned, looking at our IUL products for protection, that's going to be providing the most death benefit for the least amount of premium. We offer our Wealth Preserve at IUL, our individual offering here. And this is going to provide an extended guarantee to and beyond life expectancy, and the ability to carry beyond based on your indexed account performance. Unlike traditional GUL, the Lincoln Wealth Preserve IUL can provide clients additional flexibility. For example, access to cash value growth for changing needs with guaranteed loan charge rates, and a choice of withdrawals, fixed loans, or participating loans. The Wealth Preserve also has a simple approach to catch up premiums in case the owner misses a premium payment. So if a client misses a premium, they simply pay the intended premium at any time and keep the death benefit guarantee intact. And Wealth Preserve also offers options for chronic care coverage with the Lincoln Care Coverage ABR, so that's our LTC rider for this product, as well as the Lincoln Life Assure ABR, which is a no upfront cost discounted chronic illness rider. Now I want to get into a case study so you can really see what happens if something comes up and they do need to skip premiums. We'll look at that catch-up premium here that I just mentioned. So this is Theo. He is a 50-year-old standard non-smoker. He's looking for $1 million in coverage, and there's going to be an annual premium of $10,897. So he's going to look at skipping premiums here. So in this case, as I mentioned, that we are offering a simple approach to catch up premiums. So Theo can pay the intended premiums at any time and keep the death benefit guarantee intact, subject to guideline limits. So let's say he needs to skip premiums in years 11 through 13. If he misses premiums, he can still catch up and maintain that to age 90 guarantee. So in this example, he missed his $10,897 premium years 11 through 13. He was able to pay $43,590 in year 14, so that includes the premium due in year 14, to catch up. So there's no catch-up interest payments required. So again, really strong story for how this product allows you for those zero interest catch-up. But in addition to that, this product is top tier in single pays and short pays when you're looking at endowment solves. It offers a variety of indexed accounts. It has guaranteed loan charge rates, as well as an extended no lapse duration up to age 90. So that's our single life product. But we also offer a survivorship product here for Wealth Preserve. It's another one of our protection, our guaranteed death benefit suite products. When we're looking at Wealth Preserve 2 SIUL, it's going to provide opportunities for flexible premiums and a guaranteed duration up to the youngest insured's age 95 and strong internal rates of return at life expectancy. So I want to look at another case study here. These are two clients, ages 70 and 69. Both assume standard non-tobacco underwriting classes. We'll also assume a death benefit need of $5 million. And what this is going to offer is premium control, long-term guarantees, and strong policy economics. Again, we're looking at zero catch-up. This is going to be as what we call the wait and see approach here. So an annual premium of just over $105,000 paid through age 100 is providing a guaranteed death benefit to the youngest insured's age 95 with an attractive IRR at life expectancy. You'll see at a 5.66% tax-free and guaranteed. So this is a great solution and a common strategy, but it doesn't necessarily provide premium control and flexibility in a meaningful way. So is there a way, a solution that's intentionally designed to not have clients pay a premium every year? Is there a way to add flexibility? I'm sure many of you have been asked to design cases with skip premiums or solving for catch-up premiums. For example, showing premium payments for the first few years and then wait and see if catch-up premiums are needed in the future to keep the policy in force. So again, not all that uncommon, but what is uncommon is, again, with Lincoln and our survivorship product, we have the valuable provision that it is essentially a zero interest catch-up. So let's look at a design where we assume premiums are paid for the first 3 years and then skipped. So as you can see, if the clients increase the initial premium to $175,000 and pay this for only the first 3 years, the policy stays in force through the insured's age 89/88. Then the catch-up premium of $275,000 paid annually will catch the policy's no lapse guarantee through the insured's age 95/94. So if one or both of the insured survive beyond age 95, the catch-up premiums to keep the policy in force through age 100 is $807,844. So this design has greatly improved the economics with an IRR at life expectancy of 8.59%. So again, what's unique about this catch-up design? The fact that it's no interest required to catch up. And again, this is unique, because it's unique in the fact that many products require that not only the missed premiums be paid, but also the lost interest that would have been earned on those skip premiums as well. So a summary of this feature actually can be found on page 5 of the illustration under the extended no lapse minimum premium rider description, as you see here. So this talks about the cumulative no lapse premium required equals the number of completed policy months multiplied by the quoted no lapse premium amount. The client can pay that additional premium at any time to catch up the no lapse premium requirement. So the wait and see design that I just shared assumed the default rate of return of 5.66% in the illustration. The clients could average a higher rate than that, but they also could earn less. So let's see what happens to this design if the clients experience the worst market we've ever seen. So this is what happens if the policy returns 0% year over year at current charges. We'll see that it's lapsing after year 16. And here is how the client can catch up on the guarantee if needed. So again, this is still showing 0% return year over year. The IRR is still 5.93% at life expectancy. So this is really showing how we can create flexibility and control for clients with this wait and see funding design. And again, similar to our single life product, some of the competitive advantages with this, besides the zero interest catch up, we're top tier in short and all pay durations. We are competitive with cash accumulation, even though this is designed for indowsols, we do still have strong cash accumulation and distributions available. Also, we're happy to say it's illustrating well for premium finance designs due to the relatively low cost structure, and you still have that extended no lapse duration. So I uncovered both of our protection IUL products Now I want to get into what is coming later this year with Accumulation IUL, and that is our Wealth Builder IUL. A little bit here about what this is and what we're offering. We are working to enhance and rebrand our IUL to our Lincoln's Elite IUL portfolio. Some of the things with this new IUL is that we're offering new indexed account portfolio that's really built for performance. There's going to be additional volatility managed options and additional durational risk. We're going to have new multiplier riders available, and then also an enhanced post-issue policy management capability. But I want to dive a little deeper into what these options are going to include. So, excuse me, we're still going to have those industry norms and what we currently offer with our accumulation IUL. With the traditional S&P 500 account, it's going to be capped. This is the simple story that people, if you know IUL, you're familiar with this story. And we're still going to offer an uncapped VCI with our Fidelity AIM dividend account with fixed bonus, targeting 5% volatility control measure. Now, some of the new differentiators. We are now offering capped VCI options and two different S&P 500 based VCIs. So the S&P 500 Dynamic Intraday and the S&P 500 DCR 10. These are going to allow for added performance edge of VCI and also in return, meaning potentially smoother returns amid market fluctuations. They're going to have higher cap and par rates than the S&P and then the S&P account. And the S&P performance track record really increases the confidence in the IUL return. The fact that we offer these based off of the S&P 500 is really going to be great for our clients because this is something that they know. So the DRC 10 also has actual historical experience back to 2009. So strong historical look back period there with the DRC 10. But in addition to these accounts, we do have opportunities for even more upside potential. We have now durational options, so financial professionals can leverage the multi-year options with durational risk, along with increased upside potential through higher caps and par rates there. And then we have the multiplier riders that I mentioned briefly earlier. So these performance multipliers are going to sit outside of the accounts, and you can turn them on and off to access additional performance potential for an additional charge. So we're really excited to come out with this new IUL later this year. We think it's going to be a great solution to meet both the needs of financial professionals and their clients. So that is what I wanted to uncover today. I appreciate your time. I will now turn it back over to you, John.
Thanks, Julia. That was a lot of great information in a short period of time. Bill, since I got us kicked off late here, how much time do I have here? I know we're running a little bit behind.
I would say 5-10 minutes is fine, John.
Okay. Yep. Perfect. Before I get into some of our underwriting niches, one thing I want to mention that Julia touched on was our post-issue policy management. When you see a lot of these case designs, you'll see in, let's say, a 10-pay or a 12-pay that's a LERP sale, and you're doing an increasing death benefit for the first 10 or 12 years, then you levelize it, and then you're drawing income out at, let's say, years 20 through years 40. But who's making those changes at the carrier? A lot of carriers, we require either the agent or the policy owner to go in manually and make those adjustments. At Lincoln, when the illustration application are submitted and approved, 75 days prior to any of those changes, we send the agent a notice saying, do you want to continue with going from an increasing death benefit to a level? Maybe their financial situation changed. Maybe their health changed where they're terminally ill and they want to continue to have the death benefit rise. The same thing when it's time to get income. You're going to draw income. Do you want to continue to draw? Do you want to draw income? Maybe they don't want to because they don't need the funds now and they just want to have the death benefit grow. Then 60 days prior to any change, we send the policy owner a notice saying, do you want to go through with any of these changes? If either of them respond, they want to go through with it, we make the change. If neither of them respond, we don't make the change. So I think it's a nice safeguard for all those policies that have moving parts in them. If anybody has any questions, please jump in at any time. So I'll get into some of our niches right now in underwriting. A big niche Lincoln has is cancer. We have the ability to still go preferred in many situations on prostate cancer, testicular cancer, thyroid cancer, uterine cancer, and cervical cancer. And we don't rule out preferred plus based on family history of cancer. So if your parents, grandparents, siblings have cancer, that does not affect your underwriting offer, which I think is very unique in the industry. Smoker rates, Julie touched on smoking. Yes, we can go for cigar, pipe, chew. We can go non-smoker rates, even if you test positive for nicotine. But the one thing you have to do is you have to admit it when you take the application and on the exam. Because if you don't say you smoke and you're smoking, you could smoke a box of cigars a day, test positive for nicotine with us, and you can get standard non-smoker. But if you don't admit it on the exam and the app and you test positive for nicotine, you are a smoker. And then lastly, for marijuana use, we do not test for THC. However, if you send us an exam for another carrier that tests for THC, we're gonna see the results that there's THC in the urine, and we're gonna ask why do you have, is it medical marijuana? What's the reason for it? Is it recreational marijuana? If it's recreational marijuana, we can still go preferred with 2 to 3 times a week using it. So very aggressive there. I'm told we're the most aggressive in the industry. Next, we have our table shave program for our permanent products from ages 18 to 70 up to and including age 70, up to 10 million face amount. Any of your clients rated table A, B, or C would automatically get moved to standard rates, and that's for individual and survivorship, so even on the survivorship IUL that Julie spoke about. For business insurance, I think there's only 1 or 2 carriers that do this. We can go up to 20 times earnings for key man insurance, but we need a nice cover letter justifying why you need 20 times earnings. We have no EKGs. We never require an EKG going forward. Julie also touched on our Professional Advantage program. So our Professional Advantage program, which I think, Bill, you used as a teaser out there, a lot of executives and white-collar workers get an annual physical that's a little bit more than just me going to the doctors for my annual checkup. They run a lot more tests on them because they're professionals that are very important to the corporation. If that physical is within the last 12 months, we have the ability to use that physical in the APSs and issue up to $40 million of insurance without an additional exam. And in many cases, the spouse also gets that same physical, so we can issue up to $20 million on the spouse with no additional exam, just that exam for the routine physical each year and the APSs. If anybody has any questions, just hop in on that. I know I'm running short on time here, so the next thing, lab-free. Again, Julia had touched on this. We can go lab-free up to $2.5 million from ages 18 to 60 for preferred plus, preferred, and most standard classes. So again, no exam, no APSs. There are certain knockouts that, as every carrier has, that would pull in an exam or an APS. I know the Levinsons are down in Florida, and I know they have a tremendous number of agents in Florida. And we see quite a bit of foreign national business from our Florida agents. Florida, Texas, New York City, California seem to be the hot spots for that. We have recently increased it, that our auto bind is $40 million for foreign nationals, and we can go $60 million jumbo. We do have marketing pieces in Spanish, Japanese, and Chinese, and we'll actually translate all the Spanish APSs that come in-house at no charge, and very unique to the industry. Most carriers rate countries, and Julie said we have 100 foreign countries that we accept for foreign national business. Most carriers rate those countries A, B, or C, and depending on what they're rated, A being the best, they get better rates than the B and C rated countries. Lincoln rates all 100 companies A. There is no difference between the products that a U.S. citizen can buy and what a foreign national can buy. Lastly, Bill, I'll wrap it up here with premium finance. Yes, we are hungry and aggressive in premium finance. And with that said, we are bringing out a new IUL for premium finance in the second quarter with high early cash values capabilities. And then we're also bringing a protection IUL out in the fourth quarter. But Julie said minimum net worth, $5 million. We do have 2 enhanced high early cash surrender values that can be put on there. So very aggressive in there. And the table reduction program, Table C to Standard, does apply to premium finance up to and including age 60. Bill, I can keep going if you want. We have GI, guaranteed issue, simplified issue. That also we see a lot of premium finance business in that.
Let's touch on that, John, briefly, and then we can wrap up your portion. Then I got some great sales ideas to combine.
Okay, so guaranteed issue, and it doesn't have to be premium finance. It can be any employer-employee relation. No fraternities, no sororities, no unions. It has to be employer-employee. 10 or more lives is guaranteed issue. 5 or more lives is simplified issue. There's 5 questions on the application. They can do maximum amounts, $5 million of issue, depending on the multiple of lives. And all our permanent products, except for survivorship, are available for that. And with that, I will turn it back over to you, Bill. And we certainly appreciate Levinson Associates allowing Julie and I to present on your webinar.
No problem. We appreciate it. You both did a great job. Obviously, we had a few minutes tied up in the beginning, but it all worked out for the better anyway. So thank you again to both of you.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, of course. So what we're going to do, we have about 10 minutes, not even, about 8 to 10 minutes left, and then we're going to have our question of the day that has to do with the presentation we just touched on. So what I want to also show everyone is you heard about all these great ideas, these underwriting niches, right? Product info. And number one, you got to make sure you're active and set up with Lincoln Financial and Levinson, and the slide in front of you shows you exactly how to do that on our website. So make sure you follow the yellow arrows. And then again, this will be included in the thank you email you'll have tonight. If you're already appointed, okay, and this is with any of our carriers contracts, doesn't make a difference. What we can do, we match or beat your commission grid, and then you also get cash or leads for contracting with your first paid piece of business. So very, very important, great way for you to supplement your income and maybe pay for some leads or get the free orphans. Okay, let's keep moving forward. What I want to talk about next is quoting into EAP to make things very simple for you. Lincoln was a part of the pilot program that we helped iPipeline roll out. It's called iSolve. And here's what makes this so great. When you go into our quoting engine, I know you're used to running those easy term quotes. Now you can do the same thing with permanent options as well. So you put in the basic information on the left side about that particular client, and then you're going to get a quote. And the client says, you know what, this is great. Maybe you're on a phone call, Zoom, whatever, face-to-face, iPad, doesn't matter. They say, wow, I want in. Okay. What happens is you hit apply. All of that information gets populated into the EAP. You're going to fill out whatever missing, hit next, and you are done. So less than 14 minutes from A to Z, and then you can also have the full compliant permanent illustration as well that will pop up just from hitting the next button. So it makes things very easy. Okay, there's no more going in and out of websites, oh, you have the quote, but now you need the application. Everything is streamlined from A to Z. It really helps the agent. So take advantage of that. The next thing is we spoke about underwriting niches, table shape, right? And you need to know, and when you're on the street, right, in the field, in the trenches, talking to different prospects, different leads, you always have to have a leg up against your competition, right? We know that. So knowing, for example, you have a case, let's say a UL with Lincoln, and let's say the client typically falls into a table 2 or 3, and you all of a sudden say, Bobby, Shelley, I can give you standard because you fall into our shave program. You're saving that consumer literally 30 to 70% of premium, depending on what product and carrier you're going up against. You're going to win over the case every single time. So you need to know enough to be dangerous. So what I wanted to do on this slide is just point out some common trends that we're seeing where agents are winning over monster cases. Okay, and the first one, probably the most popular one, is tobacco and marijuana, right? Especially nowadays. So think about this. You have a consumer prospect that uses vape, okay, or maybe an occasional cigarette or marijuana, right? Maybe they have a prescription card. Whatever it is, you can give non-smoker rates. Talk about winning over cases, okay? You're going to come in at less than half of the premium of those other agents. You're going to get the case and lead every single time, okay? That's a big one. Look at Lincoln, how they stand apart. Right side, height and weight challenged, okay? 5'8", whatever, 270 pounds, okay? 240, 260, 270 even, whatever it is. They shine above the other carriers. When I say shine, again, about 20 to 60% less when it comes to height and weight. The shave program I touched on, okay, that's a big deal. That's not fluff. They don't give you the standard rate and then put a bunch of fat and extra premium into the product at standard. No, this is legit. Okay, I've seen the cases. I mean, we suggest these for our agents. So you have to keep this in the back of your mind. And we also have other carriers that shine as well. But when it comes to these 3 things, Lincoln, they do stand apart. Okay, I gotta say. And by the way, no one is on this call any longer except for our agent. So it's not like I'm doing this just for Lincoln VP or whoever else is on the call. Okay, this is 100% transparent and what we see as an IMO. Let's go to the next slide. So this is a huge deal right now. When it comes to term life insurance, the number one provider for many, many years, as we all know, is Banner Life, Legal in General. I'm very close with the head of Banner, the person that runs distribution in the U.S., and he told me, summertime, Bill, we're going to have 4 million instant decision, direct to consumer, and 70+% of all applicants are going to get that instant decision. Okay. That's a huge deal. I questioned it. I was like, there's no way. Sure enough, January 1, 2025, $4 million. Okay. If I'm an agent these days, I got to run with this. And think about this. We have P&C agencies, health agencies that use the Insure Me Now Direct. They market it to their whole database. They set it and forget it, autopilot marketing. And then whatever they get, whatever they wind up selling, great. Okay. And for whoever they didn't sell a term policy to or the other products on the platform, it didn't cost them anything anyway. They're cross-selling and helping more families. And guess what? If they don't sell the product to that P&C client or health client, someone else will. Okay, so why not? You have to start thinking like this. Everything is on the right-hand side. We have some great new bullets, features, marketing, all the above. Let's keep moving forward. Lead programs, right? Literally the top question that comes up from all agents. So number one, we have complimentary orphans. Okay, so as soon as you write at least $10,000 of paid premium in any 12-month period, okay, and that's not much premium when you think about it, you get free orphan leads. Now, we also have a bunch of co-op discounted lead programs on the annuity, on the life side, final expense, term life, all the above. Okay, and as a Levinson active agent, you have access to everything. And I'm also, in fact, right now as we speak, I have about 6 agents. We're piloting a new lead program literally as we speak. I should have more feedback in the next couple of weeks. If everything looks good, we're going to be rolling this out soon. And the lead cost is $5 to $16. Okay, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Next up is our social media posts that have to do with some of the topics that we touched on today. And all we did and you should be doing this, by the way, every day, literally. Go into LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and just put in whatever, term life, disability insurance, long-term care, indexed universal life. Then you click either recent posts or top performing posts. I always like to look at top performing, right? Hello, it's a no-brainer. And then I see what are others doing that you can do too. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You change a few spokes, like I always say. And these are 4 great examples together. This brought in over 1,000 likes and hundreds of comments. Every comment or question that comes in is a new free lead for you, the agent. And you can say, well, Bill, I only have 16 followers or 16 people in my network that like my posts, whatever. It's okay. If you have 2 people, it's 2 more than you had yesterday, and it didn't cost you a penny anyway. Okay, but you got to get it out there. I'm telling you right now, this is now in the future. You should be on all social media platforms, or at the very minimum, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Okay, and we have a complete marketing library to help you with everything. We can even co-brand a lot of this stuff for you. JC in our marketing department will help you with all the above: videos, flyers, blasts, everything. Okay, and Show Me Now direct material, we got it. We'll help you with it. It's free. Let's keep moving. All right, my next slide is everything that we have at your fingertips. So every other week, this is in your inbox. Every single new product, canceled product, new carrier, new lead program, an old lead program that's no longer around because agents weren't happy. Everything is right here on this image in front of you. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. You don't have to go to 100 different websites every other week. One simple image, email in your inbox. Done. Let's move on to the next slide, my second to last slide, and then we'll do our giveaway. Okay, these are the upcoming trainings. So as you know, April 11th is our big expo. Make sure you RSVP because we're getting close to the deadline, the cutoff. We're capped at 300 per the fire marshal. So you have to make sure you get in. Now, this is interesting. So Mary Reed is going to be one of our keynote speakers at the expo. Okay, and she is a best-selling author. In fact, 3-time best-selling author. And her topic is all about retirement planning, tax saving strategies. She has some awesome ideas. She'll even help you sell the case. So if you have a guy, you have a girl, and maybe you're not too advanced when it comes to retirement planning and you want her to do the heavy lifting, no problem. You still keep the majority of the comp. Okay, so that's a big deal. All right, anyway, she's going to be on our webinar on the 27th. Just under that is our own internal Levinson team, how to do business with us in 25. We know it could be overwhelming. We have so many moving parts, products, carriers, concepts. We're gonna simplify your life in less than an hour on that webinar. Just under that, we talk about our third-party vendor where we can set up your website and handle all of your social media for you, incorporating AI into the 25 version. So that's very cool, and it's very inexpensive. Okay, we're talking about $100 a month for everything, okay, through our third-party company that will help you from A to Z. Literally, they do everything for you. After your coaching call is about 30 minutes, and then you're off to the races. Lloyd's of London. This is the first time we ever featured Lloyd's on a webinar. That's a big deal. They have products and solutions that no one else has, period. So you talk about a leg up, okay, if needed. Great backup resource. On the bottom, Allianz, IUL, they are our largest IUL provider, period, as you know. Okay, just for the one product, we sell a ton of it, and every year it increases. So we have our VP on the 3rd of April. So another big one. Make sure you're on. And we also get, and I get this every single webinar Thursday, agents calling in, emailing, hey, I missed the webinar, can I get a replay? And the bottom line is we have to push it out 2 weeks, just to be fair for everyone that's on live with us, spending the time with us during that hour. Okay, so try to make these calls. We do them weekly. We try to make sure all of the info is relevant and important for you to move the needle out there in the field. We don't want to waste anyone's time. Okay, and especially like today being 8 minutes late, I really apologize, and we know how valuable your time is. I hate when that happens. but sometimes there's nothing we can do about it. So we try to maximize literally every second. All right. With that said, maximizing time, my last slide, enough of my ranting. We're going to have our question of the day. I love this quote. This is, by the way, our Positive Tuesday, and you should always watch what we do. You don't have to listen to what I say. Watch the action plan. Okay. We built this company from literally 200-300 agents to 24,000 plus. And it was done from referrals, social media marketing, podcasts, webinars. So again, we're not in the retail space. We're 100% wholesaler. But at the end of the day, we still need to market. We still got to brand and get our name out there to agents. So anyway, this is the quote. Weakness always finds the excuse, while discipline always finds the way, right? You got to be self-disciplined and self-aware that there's a problem and you need to get better, okay? And be honest with yourself. Anyway, that was my Tuesday quote, my question of the day. So real fast, by the way, I saw a bunch of questions come in on the webinar. We're going to answer every single one of them as soon as we hang up this call. You can also call in anytime, as you know. We love that too. So whatever works for you. Okay. Question is, make sure your little fingers are on your keyboard. You got to be quick. Okay. We spoke about the Table 3 Shave program by Lincoln Financial. Tell me the age limit and what type of product qualifies for that program. Okay. What type of product does Lincoln offer for that Table 3 Shave program? And what's the age limit? Remember, I was saying that's such a big deal because a typical Table 1, 2, 3 with another carrier will be standard non-tobacco or tobacco with Lincoln. Okay? It's a huge deal. You're saving a ton of premium for that client. Okay. JC is going to tell us who was first, who was correct. We got an Apple iWatch with your name on it.
We got a few answers, Bill. Sadly, none are right.
We have one winner today?
No, not yet. Okay, here we go. Brian C.
Brian C. The answer is Permanent Products, age 70. Brian C. Congrats. And everyone's a winner because if you're active, you're getting a prospecting book on us complimentary because of the time delay. And again, my deepest apologies. I hate when that happens, but it does happen occasionally. I hope you walked away with nuggets. Hope it was worth your time. Let's have a great rest of your Thursday. Great week, great weekend, great selling. Thank you again, everyone.